Hi and welcome to Down the Shed. So in this video we're going to take a quick look at this battery. So it's supposed to be 30,000 milliamp. The only review said her husband tested it and it was more like 5,000, and to be fair, I've had it on solar power. I've not charged it properly even. But I'm really not happy with, it's got to be left turned on when you're charging it, and that charges, and that's power output, but this will also output the power. But I'm not really happy about the way it's working on my solar power charge controller. So my intention is to open it up and get a bit of a better look at what's going on inside with some of the circuitry. See if we can remove any of the charge elements and just get the 12-volt battery connected up to the charge controller. So I'm going to snip in here. Snip out. I don't really want to get the knife in too much of this. This is heat shrink on this blue top layer, which seems to quite brittle, tears off quite easily. Right, okay. So that's stage one. We're actually into the battery. But now we need, I'm guessing there's a crap load of 18650s in here. We can always wrap this back up in packing tape or whatever. Not important. So what I really need to do is see inside there. So this is quite a well constructed case anyway. Don't know if you pick up on the rain on the roof there. It's quite therapeutic. Turn the Big Bang down. So this was bought on Aliexpress. I can't remember, it was about 18 quid, 25 quid, something like that. You never believe any of the claims on the Chinese website. It'll tell you it's HD and it's probably barely even VGA. It will tell you it's a million mega amps and it'll probably be 2 milliamps. So everything you just have to suck it and see, basically. Okay, so now we need to figure our way into this box. Seems quite well glued. Some thick card there. Okay, so here are our battery cells. Probably my best ever idea. Right, so we've got some bits of foam here. There's a big bit of foam down there, packing these three in. I don't know whether they're 12-volt cells or 4-volt cells in series. Get that side off. So there's the power. So we get a plus and minus coming from the battery cell pack itself. The plus goes into the LED. Let's see if we can get you some zoom on this. So there's the two main wires coming from the battery pack itself. The minus goes to the switch, plus goes to the LED, but that also goes off to both the input and the output cables, and the minus goes to the switch, the LED, and both the input and the output. So my suggestion here really is going to be to do away with the switch work and just have the plus and the minus going straight to the charge controller, because that is, after all, the whole point of it. I mean, the charge controller is supposed to take care of all this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all this straight out. I'm guessing there's a resistor in there somewhere, so we'll check the LED afterwards. Oh, it's starting to come down heavy now. So we'll snip here, and we'll snip here. That's the two cables out, so I've now got a couple of barrel connectors, plus male and female. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the, guessing that's the female end, and I'm going to solder that to the battery, and then the battery will be basically directly connected as it should be to the solar charge controller without any interference. Have a quick look at these, see if we can. Okay, so the plus comes into this one. Well, there's a few bridges from here to here, so it seems there's 6 cells. 6 individual cells for each side. There you go. So that's the 6 cells. They look like quite large. Well, they're not phone batteries, they're much larger than phone batteries. Let's see if we can get the voltage off one. Just around 3 volts off that one. 3.7, 3.7. Okay, so they have been wired in series, because that plus goes over to that minus, that plus goes over to, I can't see plus or minus on these. Minus, that's plus. There you go, that. Oh, yeah, that plus goes to that minus, so yeah, they've wired it in series. And we've just got to put it back together. So we ought to check the total output voltage. Try not to touch the wires, of course.